What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Porto Liverpool post-match analysis video. What a game this was! Liverpool, I don't know what it is with Liverpool and Porto, but we just seem to smash these lot every time we play in Porto. 14% of all the Champions League goals scored by Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp has come against Porto. Absolutely crazy. I think we scored 14 goals in the past 3 away games against Porto, and Curtis Jones was my man of the match. I just can't speak highly enough of this guy. He's 20 years old, he's a Scouser, he's a Liverpool Youth Academy player, and he is showing not just the Premier League but now the whole of Europe what a great player and a huge talent he is. Let me know who was your man of the match, who impressed you the most, and also what do you think about Messi getting his first goal? What do you think about Real Madrid losing to the Moldovan minnows Sheriff Tiraspol in the 90th minute from an absolute banger goal of the season contender by Sheriff Tiraspol, and Real Madrid bettered them in terms of chances, but they just couldn't take the most of their chances. Real Madrid had something like 22 shots and Sheriff Tiraspol had 4. And so this is why we love the Champions League and this is why we love football, and Liverpool prepared in the best possible way for that huge Liverpool-Manchester City game on Sunday. And Jurgen Klopp even said in his post-match interview the reason why he started almost the same backline as we had against Brentford, because he wanted the players to sort it on the pitch. And of course Porto played very direct in the first like 20-25 minutes because they watched the Brentford game and they clearly saw that if you go direct, Liverpool could have some problems. But we sorted it on the pitch, and I mean, Mo Salah, what more can you say about this guy? If he stays for Liverpool for the next 4 or 5 years, he could become one of the all-time Liverpool greats. He's already, I think, up there with many of them, but he could actually go into the like top 5 greatest goal scorers that Liverpool has ever seen. And by the way, talking about the greatest goal scorers of Liverpool, Sir Roger Hunt has sadly passed away. I think the news broke yesterday, so I only heard it about like yesterday evening. So my condolences to his family and to the whole Liverpool family who mourn this incredible loss. Sir Roger Hunt was one of the greatest goal scorers and the greatest players in Liverpool's history, so may he rest in peace. And Jordan Henderson is getting slagged off on Twitter, which I don't understand. Well, I understand because the football Twitter is really harsh, and it can be, of course, a very reactionary, hot-headed place. I think actually Henderson had a really good game, and every time Henderson doesn't play, it shows Liverpool lack sometimes the energy in midfield. And he's not a flashy player, he doesn't score all the time like Steven Gerrard, but I think he is the engine, the heart of Liverpool's midfield. And by the way, James Milner having 13 assists in the past 4 years in the Champions League, more than Messi, more than Ronaldo. I'm talking about the justice assist. This man is relentless, he is brilliant, and he can slot in at right back, he can slot in at left back, in midfield, even as a winger. James Milner is the jolly joker, jack of all trades kind of player, and we needed it because Trent Alexander-Arnold picked up an injury, so he couldn't travel to the squad, and he's actually a doubt for the Man City game. That's the only worry for Liverpool right now. Mo Salah was very good in front of goal again, very clinical. Curtis Jones has a shot, Salah tucks it home after the defender gets a loose touch after the goalkeeper parries the ball, and then James Milner's brilliant cross to Sadio Mane. But the Porto goalkeeper had an absolute shocker. He for some reason leaves the ball to Mane instead of just diving out and parrying it into the midfield. And I mean, Curtis Jones had 2 assists today and he could have scored even more. And I was so happy for Sadio Mane to be back on the score sheet. He looks like back to his best, almost back to his best, Sadio Mane. And of course Salah scored another great goal in the second half. Great work by Curtis Jones again. And also Bobby Firmino came on as a substitute and scored 2 goals. The Porto keeper went for a walkabout. He did a Joel Matip. He went on an adventure instead of just staying in his goal, because actually there was a Porto defender in front of Firmino, and that's why I don't understand why does the Porto keeper come out. Maybe he was trying too hard a little bit to make up for his earlier mistake, And that's the harsh world of goalkeepers, that if you make a mistake, everybody will remember that and not your great saves. Diogo Jota was lively, he had a few shots as well. He was the only forward for Liverpool who didn't score. And Firmino rounds the goalkeeper who came walkabouts and scores into the empty net. The goalkeeper was busting a gut, sprinting back, trying to get back before the ball trickles over the line, and even dives and tries to parry the ball away, but the ball was already over the line. And then the fifth Liverpool goal was also brilliant. Curtis Jones with the shot, and the ball ricochets to Bobby Firmino, and he just slots it home. Very cool, very calm. There was a long VAR wait before Firmino's goal was given. And the Curtis Jones pass to Mo Salah before the third Liverpool goal is also a thing of beauty. And I can't believe that Curtis Jones is still only 20 years old. In the last two games he played brilliantly, he scored an absolute worldie against Brentford. Today he gets 2 assists, and he could have scored, he could have maybe, in fantasy football terms, he got 3 assists because his shot was parried to Salah before the first Liverpool goal. Porto scored a goal which was a small consolation for them at 3-0 to make it 3-1. Joe Gomez was just a little bit behind the Porto player, but overall Porto, I feel, just got smashed by a very, very clinical and very ruthless Liverpool side. Of course, this wasn't a perfect Liverpool performance, but you don't have to really explain a 5-1 win away from home in the Champions League. That's really, really impressive. And now let's talk about the Champions League groups. Liverpool are now sitting top with 6 points from 2 games, scoring 8 goals in total. So Liverpool are back to their scintillating best goal scoring wise. Liverpool only had 1 game all season where Liverpool didn't score 3 goals, and that is absolutely remarkable. That game was against Chelsea, and Liverpool, if they can keep their top players fit, Mane, Salah, Firmino and Jota, we are in for one hell of a season, because these 4 players will rotate. Probably Jota and Firmino will rotate with each other, and these players will score a lot of goals this season. And Atletico Madrid won against 10-man AC Milan after AC Milan got a very good goal through Rafael Leao, a brilliant finish into the far corner. But then Franck Kessie, I thought a little bit harshly, got sent off. The referee was ruthless with his second yellow card after Kessie just tapped the ankle of the Atletico Madrid player, who of course exaggerated the contract and goes down like a prima donna. And then in the 84th minute, Griezmann got his first Atletico goal, I mean, since he came back as a new transfer again. And then the referee, for some reason, gave 6 minutes of extra time, which I don't really know why. The AC Milan fans were absolutely furious with the referee, who I think made a few dodgy decisions in that game. And then in the 96th minute, Luis Suarez scores a very, very late penalty, which I think was the wrong decision. How can VAR not miss? How can VAR miss the fact that Thomas Lemar touches the ball with his hand and then the AC Milan defender touches the ball with his hand? So it was first handball by the Atletico Madrid player and then handball by the AC Milan player. The referee gives a penalty, VAR doesn't overrule it, the referee doesn't even look at the monitor for even a long time, so it's a very, very harsh loss on AC Milan. But to be fair, in the second half Atletico Madrid had a lot of chances, and also this leaves Atletico Madrid on 4 points, and that was huge for them, because in the first game Atletico couldn't beat FC Porto. And this doubleheader against Atletico Madrid is now going to be fascinating. Porto will play AC Milan back to back, and AC Milan have to get 6 points from those 2 games if they want to go through, because they sit on 0 points. Very harsh on AC Milan, who I felt had 2 pretty solid performances. Liverpool have this group in the palm of their hands. If we could get a draw maybe in Madrid and beat Atletico Madrid at Anfield, that could be brilliant, and that could send Liverpool through. But this is going to be probably the 2 toughest games for Liverpool in this group. Atletico Madrid home and away. They are a solid side still, even though they are not playing as well probably as they were playing last season when they won La Liga. And Liverpool have some revenge to do, because Liverpool got knocked out by Atletico Madrid in the season after we won the Champions League against Tottenham. So Liverpool hopefully will take their chances, because that was the only thing that separated Liverpool from getting past Atletico Madrid, not taking our chances. And also, what a story! Messi scoring his first goal against his former boss, Pep Guardiola, and what a brilliant game that was. Man City dominated for large periods, but they couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo. It was just incredible how many chances Man City missed. Bernardo Silva not scoring into an open goal from 2 yards out was the highlight. I don't like Bernardo Silva. He didn't stand in the Garden of Honor and didn't applaud Liverpool when Liverpool were dominating the Premier League and winning it with 7 games to go, and Bernardo Silva was so salty, and he even slagged off Liverpool fans on his Twitter, so I don't like the man, so I was laughing when he missed that open goal. And Messi scoring a brilliant goal after a great assist by Neymar was the highlight of the night. And also Sheriff Tiraspol winning in Madrid after beating Shakhtar Donetsk. Sheriff Tiraspol lead the group with 6 points, and Inter couldn't beat Shakhtar, so Sheriff Tiraspol had a 5-point advantage on the third place team in that group, which is absolutely bonkers to me. How this team from Moldova could upset the odds twice already, and they now have actually a decent chance of going through. Of course, it's weird that no Moldovan players played against Madrid, including the substitutes, but still that's a huge upset, and a huge appreciation and huge credit goes to Sheriff Tiraspol. Nobody gave them a fighting chance, and they went to Real Madrid, probably the most successful team in Champions League history with 13 Champions League wins, and beat them in their own backyard. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And also, because Bruges beat Leipzig, that group is also flipped on, because Leipzig sit with 0 points. I expect them to at least beat Bruges. And also, Man City now losing to PSG is big, because Man City, if they slip up against Leipzig or Bruges, then they could be in trouble. I still expect PSG and Man City to go through, but Bruges also, the way they are playing, getting a draw against PSG and beating Leipzig away from home, that's huge for Bruges. So Bruges and Tiraspol are the two biggest stories of the Champions League so far. There is always 1 or 2 small teams causing huge upsets. I mean, Bruges is not a small team, they are the biggest team in Belgium probably, alongside Anderlecht. But in terms of Champions League contenders, they are smaller than the others. But what a brilliant story, what a brilliant Champions League, I love it. And thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day, see you later, good night.